Welcome, it's me, Miss Curia, and we're doing doll and make crafts today. I did speed up this video so that you're not watching me cut forever and ever. But please grab your scissors, grab your project, and let's cut it out together. If you would like, you can color those other pieces like the name tag and the collars. But you obviously don't have to. They still look really good in black and white, but feel free to color them. Now, right now I'm cutting out the food bag. There's some tabs, some trapezoid tabs that we'll be gluing together. Dotted lines are for folding, and of course the solid black lines, or the areas where there's no lines but color, that is where we're cutting. Now, on the packaging for the dog food bag or the cat food bag or whatever pet you are giving food to, because it says the best pet food, you can imagine anything, you'll see the ingredient and nutrition label in the back, and I left space for you to write in your own information so you can add the percentages of nutrition that you would like. Make it as real as you want, or just leave it blank. That's okay too. And you can even put your guarantee on there. There's that circle with the green slash through it. That's your goodness guarantee that you would like to create. Now we're just going to fold again on all the dotted lines and go all the way around it. Really easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you've ever taken apart a box, this is pretty much going to be like that. Think about it like a crayon box. It's about the same size too. Really easy to put together. There we go. Now we have some flap up here to fold. Okay. Time to grab the glue. Now, I was going to glue it all at one time, but the air conditioning's on. And then I needed to make an adjustment to the file. So your file has one piece here that I was having a hard time assembling. It's a little bit shorter to fit correctly. There you go, tuck it in. And then we're going to pinch the side, but as I said, my air conditioning dried out my glue, so I got to put it back on. Now, I find it very helpful to get a pencil to help reach in there and press, but first pinch and then grab that. Here we go, pencil. I'm pressing, and then I'm going to rub my finger along it so that way it'll all stick really well. Now we're going to pinch fold the sides just up at the top, and then roll fold the top to get that big fold over the top of your food packaging. You know, that really tough part to cut open. Keeps it extra well sealed. Put some glue on that, unless you want to use it. If you want to put food in there or pretend food, and you could. And there it is. It stands up. You're set to go. Now, we can get on with all the other things. I'm going to poke a hole. You can use a hole puncher, but a sharp pencil works really well. Or a fruit pick, like a toothpick, but for fruit. Now you can color them, put their names on them. I'm going to use a pipe cleaner as one of my collars. So I'm going to go to the middle, and then I'm going to twist it and make a little loop. And now I can take and put it on, and I can take it off really easily. And you can even make it so that it's a hook and loop on one side. There's a little, you can make a hoop, like a circle, and the other side you can make a little like U kind of shape, and that way you can just latch it. But it's just a pipe cleaner. It's really easy. Now we're going to get on with these things. So we have our collars. You can of course color yours, and we're just going to glue it on. Really easy peasy. Wrap it around. Most toys it will fit. It's just going to overlap, and you're going to take your glue, stick it on there, and then attach it to the other side. just going to put it right in the middle top, not on the whole thing, just the middle top. So that way it's dangling a little bit. Okay, on to our sign to let everybody know it's adoption day for our pets. I made this so it's 3D and can stand up. I recommend printing this on cardstock or gluing it to a cereal box. So that way it'll be sturdy and stand up, and it'll last a while for a couple of play dates with your doll. There is in the file also a blank whiteboard, so you can write your own thing on your whiteboard. Cut those corners really carefully. I like to do the right-left cutting, so that way I can just meet my cut line in the middle, and it snips away really easily, plus it makes clean corners. When I say clean corners, it doesn't mean like you clean your bedroom clean. It just means that they're actually straight and not like rounded. When you turn the corner with your scissors and cut, you kind of round out the paper, and just stretches the paper. But when you do a right-left and you meet your cut mark in the middle, then you get an actual corner. It's really kind of persnickety or picky way of thinking of things. But when you make a lot of things with paper, sometimes those corners really do matter. Almost there. There it is. Okay, now it's time to trim the leg that goes in the back so that we can stand it up. And again, we have the dotted line, so we're going to fold on the dotted line that's in the middle, and we're going to glue that together. That's going to make it really strong and be able to hold up everything else. And again, being persnickety and trimming off a little extra white that I saw, but it doesn't show up in the video. Now, because it is cardstock, it's really thick. So it's going to take a little bit of work to squeeze it, and I'm going to use the back end of my scissors to smush it out to get a nice crisp fold. Run your glue all the way up. Make sure that you get the ends really well, because you don't want that to separate, because that'll make it a little bit weaker. Okay, here we go. We are going to now take some scraps and make our front legs stronger by adding on a layer of cardstock just to the legs and a little bit above. Now my scraps were just the right size, but you can always trim it if your scraps are not just the right size. I just got lucky. Now we want to make sure to let that dry before trying to stand it up, because if we don't let it dry, it'll weaken it. Now I'm going to use my lid of my glue as my measuring tool. I'm going to fold just a little bit, and that's the bit that's going to attach. And this makes the tri-leg, so that is really useful for making it stand up. Now again, I'm using that lid as a measurement, and I'm going to go down a little bit to give it some stability by stretching it out further. hold it again, making sure that it sticks. 30 seconds of holding it and letting it dry before trying to stand it up. Again, if you pick it up and you stand it before it's dry, you weaken everything. And there we go. It stands up. Yay! We now have a sign. And that's it. There is our project. See you soon at Doll and Me Drop-In.